I have another E90 in my garage today, and I'm going to do a complete radiator thermostat replacement job. It's a 2006 N52 with the silver valve cover, cosmetic. Now the BMW calls this beauty cover. So we have a car with a silver beauty cover on the engine. So here we have all the parts that are going to be replaced. In this case, a new radiator, a new thermostat, this U-shaped hose, this radiator, lower radiator hose, and to accomplish this job successfully, I have BMW original coolant. So we start with removal of the intake. So I broke one. Two bolts, M6, 6mm. Intake pipe clamp. Disconnect airflow meter sensor. Next step, I'm going to drain as much coolant as I can. If there is anything at all. How did this car get here without coolant? Disconnect this. Disconnect this electrical connector. And put this cable aside. Disconnect we have electrical sensor connector. I will remove these two screws. TX25 torx screw. I'm going to remove the upper radiator hose. This hose at the bottom. Pull this off the radiator. And I really don't need to, actually, I don't need to disconnect that on the bottom. I'm just going to leave it this way. Removing another torx screw from the bottom of the heat exchanger. The heat exchanger is attached to the fan shroud with just a single screw on the bottom. Removing this torx screw using this contraption. Hopefully by now this shroud, the fan, so we just extract. Hope this doesn't happen to my radiator. Oh, okay, it has to go this way. This way. And here it is. So now we have a good view of our radiator that we are trying to extract. So this hose connects the radiator to the heat exchanger, so that needs to be disconnected. On this side there is the lower radiator hose and another smaller diameter hose that connects to the radiator too. So those two need to be disconnected. Next step, get this thing up in the air. Next step, we remove the plastic undercover. 8mm screws. Like a bunch of them. This one. Next step, we have to remove the radiator drain plug and drain the rest of the coolant. Blue plastic thingy. There shouldn't be too much of the coolant left, and that's pretty much it. So the next step in this process is to disconnect the lower radiator hose from the radiator and disconnect this little secondary hose from the bottom of the radiator. So we disconnect this, and on the bottom so I don't think these have ever been removed, so this might be super tight. And I don't care if I break any of these. Ooh, well, that's not right. I should replace this hose too. I still have coolant. Why do I still have coolant coming out? I'm going to pull temperature sensor out. Temperature sensor or temperature switch. This is insane. Do something like this because I don't care about either radiator or the hose. Yep, that did the trick. I'm surprised there is coolant in it. Next step is this screw right here that holds the radiator. Like so. And a similar screw on this side. What is left is to disconnect this hose from the heat exchanger, or it can be disconnected from the radiator itself. There is a similar style. And this hose is disconnected. Now we can try to get this thing out. Not a fact it's going to really come out properly, but it did. And here's the radiator. And the problem is there is a crack somewhere here. I'm not 100% sure. I really don't care about this hose right now. Can stay. Ooh, this is new. That right there wasn't present on it before. Nice. They ran into something. Yeah, this thing has a cross and coin fits in it perfectly because this is not meant to be used with a screwdriver. Some people think it is it's supposed to fit a Phillips screwdriver, but it's not. It's got a radius to it, so this coin is what fits in it.